Hey everybody, welcome back to another mod spotlight. This one is going to be very similar to an average Isaac run with one change added by this mod that I feel is ingenious. Not to overstate it, but like very smart and something that should be implemented, in my opinion, to the actual game, at least past a certain point. Like maybe after you get Real Platinum God. It's created by a user, Hi, how are you? Link in the video description below. It's called Run Destination. This is very, very simple. We'll just do like an Eden run, assuming it works here. We're going to start it up, and it should look like a daily. It should have an indication of where we're supposed to go, and there you go. We've got Mega Satan on this run. So if you haven't sussed it out for yourself, basically this mod gives you an objective on each run, rather than just be like, take it wherever you please. Sometimes that's awesome, of course, but I like the idea we start with Dad's Key, and alright, this is a Mega Satan run. Just adds a nice little wrinkle to each challenge here, or to each run. So this is the description. If you're reading this, you're probably a filthy mod user, which means there's no in-game reason to visit some of the major bosses. You probably even just visit the chest over and over, don't you? Not anymore! This mod adds a destination, like challenges, where you're forced to reach a certain end goal. Re-experience rolling your eyes when Delirium tele-frags you, or saying, that was easier than expected versus Mega Satan. You're forced through the destination you're given, so make sure it's a good one. I really am enamored with this mod, even though it's going to be, again, pretty much just an Eden run at this point. I really feel like this is the sort of thing where, you know, like the team at Nicholas has said, yeah, we're going to implement, and Edmund said this as well, but we're going to implement mods into the actual game. We're going to roll them in content packs. That will come out, you know, like once a month, soon after the game's release. So still sometime in the near future, hopefully. This seems like the kind of thing that should just be added as, like, again, once you get Real Platinum God, they should force you to go in a direction, I think, or, you know, maybe give you the option to at least go in a direction while still having achievements enabled. Not that that really matters too much. Okay, thank you, Broken Stopwatch. That's going to add some dynamicness here. So this is basically, like, a way to... By the way, I don't think that you can... I don't know this for certain, actually, so I shouldn't say, but I was gonna say, I don't think they can screw you like you get screwed on dailies, like, for example, stop you at Mom's foot or stop you at Mom's heart or something like that. But really, like, the whole reason that I did this mod spotlight video is because this is the sort of thing, it's the best sort of idea. It's the idea where you look at it and you go, why didn't somebody think of that earlier? You know, like a frying pan. That's a great invention. Why didn't I think of that earlier? It's just a dang old sheet of aluminum that I can cook something on. Truck nuts. Why didn't I invent truck nuts? I could be a millionaire. The Chia Pet. Pet Rocks. PetSmart. Petco. You know, there's so many pet-based inventions that... The Snuggie. There's so many different things that fit into this category, but this is one of them. This feels like something that you may disagree, and that's fine, but I sort of feel like this should just be a feature in the actual game. Now, mind you, I had never even thought of this in advance. I was just like, you know, that's how it is. On dailies, you get a destination. On non-dailies, you don't. Clearly, the functionality's in the game, but it never crossed my mind to think that you could do this. So more power to you, you know? I think that ideas are cheap, except in this case. Most of the time, people go, I got a good idea. Look, I'm not trying to insult anybody out here, okay? But especially since learning how to program, I talk about it, not in a braggadocious way, but I'm like, yeah, it's cool, check out this little application I built here. And people go, oh, that's really neat. You know, I've got an idea for a video game. How about I give you the idea and you make it and we split it 50-50. And I say to you, sir, if you have ever done this in your life, that's not the way that works. You know, why am I... Ideas are cheap. I got my own ideas for what I want to do with my newfound skill. Not that it's, you know, otherworldly or anything like that, but... So this is the rare exception to that rule. Normally, I think ideas are fairly cheap. This idea is worth its weight in gold, which is a meaningless expression in our digital world, but you get the idea. Anyway, more power to you. Let's enjoy our Isaac run today and go check this mod out for yourself on the Steam Workshop because the people who made it are smarter than I am. Also, I had the mod open on Steam Workshop last night, and the creator was playing The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. And then I opened it up just now before the video, like, so we're talking 12 hours later or something like that, and the dude has The Binding of Isaac Rebirth open still. So either he has napped for a whole day with the game open, or he's like a genuine, pardon me, something stuck in my throat, he's a genuine super fan This is not... He didn't get into the Isaac mods for the money or the girls like the rest of us did. He's in it for the love of the fucking game, and I respect that. I don't know why that made me sound like such a douche, despite it being satire. Anyway, there we go. Move along here. We spent forever on this floor, but we eventually got a pretty good haul out of it. Rate of fire is great, damage is not that good, but it's okay. And the cancer item is really useful for us in the future. And then, you know, you also got this AWAS room we're just going to toss down and see. We could get out of boss rush with it, but no big deal. This is the kind of mod, like, if achievements... Well, I was going to say if achievements aren't disabled, I would use it more often. But to be honest with you, if this doesn't get rolled into the actual game in one of the content patches, first off, wasted opportunity. Secondly, this might just be the way that I would, like, do runs in the future, assuming it, like, ideally would still keep counting streaks, but it just adds, like, it adds another little Eden-ness to any given run, you know? So you get an Eden run and you go, oh, we're going to the chest. No big deal, right? You get an Eden run and you say, oh, we're going to Delirium. That's a big fucking deal. That's a lot of pressure. And I think it just adds in another bit of dynamicness where you're like, is this run good enough to do that? I don't know. We're going to find out, though. I don't really want to use 2 keys to open that right off the bat here. But anyway, I'm just going to play this as if it's a regular Isaac run at this point. The mod spotlight purpose is already... I've gushed enough about it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Thankfully, this run is really good. And I'm so happy that when we started it, it gave us Mega Satan. Because if it had just given us the chest, I suppose I would have just hit R until I got, you know, something more interesting. But getting Mega Satan at least means that we can take deals with the angel, or sorry, deals with the devil, and still manage to make it to Mega Satan. What a concept. I could still use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. I know. I don't know why we're getting... a different, or like, excuse me? A doubled item room? Maybe those, I've been seeing those slightly more regularly lately. Oh, crap. I should have thrown down the ventricular razor there. Maybe they just have a chance to spawn? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, either way, it's not like we made out like a bandit there. Like, those are not the most amazing items in the game. Keybagger is worse than Charm of the Vampire, but I took it because, you know, we haven't had the Super Button transformation in 25 years, so if we could get that, I'd be relatively pleased. Let's check this room out. It is, alright, it's an opportunity is what it is. Very good. More? No more. Mystery Sack is well worth it, though. What happened to my portal, dude? Let's see what we get here. This run is shaping up pretty nicely. I got to admit that I don't know, like, knowing that you have to fight Delirium in advance on any given run adds a lot of pressure. The Lamb, Hush, you know, pretty much the same as Isaac, you know, or pretty much the same as going to the chest at least. You plus or minus like 5 or 10% in terms of your overall strength. But Delirium is absolutely no joke, so it raises all sorts of interesting conundrums, doesn't it? Like, you've got to maybe play a little bit riskier to make a run that has to go to Delirium work. That was... I put it down twice. It's not really what I intended to do, but that's okay. Combination Eternal Heart and Spirit Heart is ridiculously good. That is about as good as it gets in terms of, like, getting a single heart that provides us with maximum advantage here. So let's just get Magic Mush. He has not done it. I even started the he's done it, but we have not done it. That's okay. Boss Rush is like, Ventricular Razor is, I don't know how the kids use it these days. People say high key, people say low key. High key, Ventricular Razor is one of my favorite utility spacebar items. Of course, there are better options. I have to pay comeuppance because I disrespected, Ventricular Razor for a long time. I said I don't understand the purposes of this item. It's actually extremely good at saving you from taking damage on some important rooms, which can have a really, really meaningful impact. Like, maybe you only have a little bit of HP, you don't want to go to the curse room. Well, now the curse room, if you can fly, is actually free. As long as you use it properly. It's a free teleport card out of Boss Rush. You know, that can pay for itself mighty quick. Okay, please throw a bomb down on top of your genetic ancestor. Right, hot bombs hurt you if you touch them. Oh, that was dumb. Dude, Bighorn is, like, absolutely not a problem until he spawns a fucking little horn. It's actually, like, ridiculously overpowered, dude. This boss spawns a boss who's kind of his own version of a dickhead. No, no. Like, Bighorn, by himself, is kind of an ass. Combined with the ability to create another boss who's annoying. Like, just don't give him any fucking ideas. Like, wait till we get Mega Ragman or something like that. Apparently, we did not take red heart damage on that room, which is unfathomable to me. Thank you, Key Beggar. This is probably our secret room. The run's still fine. We just got like, wow, it's not our secret room. The run's still fine. We just got kind of screwed on our boss fight by facing like the wiliest Bighorn I've ever seen in my life. You know, we should throw down like a teleport just so we can come back in this general direction. We would love to see a damage upgrade as well, but it's not urgent. At least in my opinion. It's not extremely Kaiser Urgenente. That joke makes no sense. I don't even know what Kaiser Permanente is. Is it an insurance company or a bank? It's one of the two, I think. Halo of Flies is excellent. Relax is meaningless. Hey, how about a mod that makes it so pills that do nothing instead do anything? And I know what you're gonna say. NL, you're being needlessly reductive. Relax does something. It leaves poop on the ground. Relax is just a joke. It's a joke pill. It reeks of like a quota. Like, we need to have this many pills in the game. What if we just add one that makes you poop? How many times in your life have you gotten screwed or let me put it this way. For what percentage of relax uses have you gotten any value or punishment out of? 1%? 2%? Maybe even less? That pill's gotta change, man. Thank you. We will take deep pockets. It's not that I hate fun. It's just like, I think, by the way, as I say this, I want to point out, I think Isaac is actually, and I'm not just blowing smoke up the dev team's ass, or Edmund's ass for that matter. Nobody's ass. My lips are not touching anybody's ass. Yet. But I think that Isaac is one of the most well-designed games of all time. I certainly think it's one of the most well-designed roguelikes. Roguelites, whatever you want to call them. And I think the fact that this game has an enduring legacy, and most other roguelites, there are exceptions to this rule, most other roguelites end up being kind of a flash in the pan without this kind of longevity, speaks to the fact that Isaac is actually like an extraordinarily well-designed game. That being said, some of these pills, dude. The danger with putting like a joke in your game is like, you know, Afterbirth comes out, Afterbirth Plus, I forget which one put Xlax in the game, or Relax. You know, pop the pill. The first time you ever get it, you go, oh, it makes you poop. I wonder, there's all sorts of, what if you had petrified poop and Midas touch and you pop this? You could get approximately 10 cents out of this, you know? Your brain's swimming. And then later, you know, 20 episodes deep, you're like, Xlax, okay, so a pill that effectively gets cycled in with all the other meaningless pills in the game. It just doesn't have, like, an enduring legacy. It's like, you ever watch a movie from, like, the 2000s? Every movie has a Matrix fight scene in it. And it makes, at the time, it was played out. It was ridiculous. You know, Scary Movie did it. Well, every movie from that company did it. X-Men did it even. If you watch the first X-Men movie, like the Mystique versus Wolverine fight is like straight up The Matrix. Because that movie was huge. And, you know, people were like, this is what fight scenes are gonna look like forever now. But anyway, when you look at it now, it's dated. I think it's the same thing with like putting like a, you know, a retrovision pill in your game. It's like, it's not that it, is necessarily like offensive or, you know, it makes the game worse. It just, that pill's taking up space, man. Surely we could put something better in there. Please do not put in one that just makes your screen go crazy. I'm begging you. You know, like you're under the effects of LSD or something like that. That's a bigger pet peeve for me. Now, mind you, know, not every game has to be designed for me. Except it does. I wield all the power here. Game developers cower in fear. I see you at PAX. Is that Northern Lion? My god, he's such a tough critic. But if he likes your game, he'll play it until he dies of old age. That's a joke, by the way. I like to think I'm pretty personable. I tweeted this the other day, but if you're going to PAX East and somehow you're watching this episode, first off, put the phone down unless you're in line for something and enjoy the experience. You know, don't live your life on the phone unless that makes you more comfortable, and then, you know, in which case go for it. But if you see me and you happen to be there, don't say, hey, are you Northern Lion? Just go, damn baby, I can't do it that fast, but I know someone who can, and then point at me, and I will not let you down. I will rap Twista's verse from Slow Jams. I will go, got you looking at the gliss on my hands and wrists while I'm laying back smoking in my cannabis. When it comes to rocking the rhythm like Marvin and Luther, I can tell you ain't no messing with Con Man and Twist from the Cheyenne. I be sipping Hennessy, sipping on a B, rolling down the street, smoking 23s. I added a few extra smokings in there because I can't remember what he says, but I'll meet you in the middle with like a reasonable facsimile of what he says in that song. Put my earth in the wind, smoking fire. Let me get your sheet sweat, listening to Keith Sweat. Put you into days with maze, fulfilling our every temptation, slow jam and having deep sex. Can I just, why blow him up and then leave? Luckily, I am a moron and I can't leave anyway, so. But I'm your boyfriend, yes I am. We can do it the other way too, like, if you just come up to me and you say so, I'll rap Andre 3000's verse from International Players Anthem. I typed a text to a girl I used to see, saying that I chose this cutie pie with whom I want to be, and I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I'd CC'd around town, etc., etc. I'll be the Warren G to your Nate Dogg and regulate. Oh, we don't even get a key piece. That's sensible, to be fair. The mind, beautiful item. We can teleport back into our angel room, by the way, which is quite nice. I would say boss rush is about a negative 15% chance repeating, of course, of happening on this run. But you see how easily this mod allows me to transition into just a normal Isaac run? This is actually hell. We could escape. Where's the fun in that? Like, that's why I'm so enamored with it, and it should just be in the game. Dude, broken stopwatch, suck on my broken nut sack. My nutsack is not broken, I assure you. Not that it's any of your fucking business. That room is just hellish. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, right, my broken nutsack. Does anyone know a good urologist in Vancouver? Okay, we got Robo-Baby 2.0. Basically a meaningless item. We could fight the mini-boss, but I do not care. They won't let me? They won't let me go back through the angel portal. Oh well. Let's fight the mini-boss then while we can. But yeah, you know, I mean, of course nobody's gonna do a video and be like, if you see me at PAX, don't say hello to me. I don't want to be bothered. The truth is, I'm happy to be bothered. I'm still flattered. Whenever, it's not an everyday occurrence, as you might expect, but you know, at PAX it happens a lot. You get recognized fairly frequently because those are my people. You know? I see you out there wearing your Isaac shirts. I know what's coming, and I'm ready for it. And it's good to meet the community. And I'm always impressed that when I have interactions with fans of mine or fans of the NLSS, they're more put together than I am. It's always like I meet someone, and they're like, well, I'm a big fan of your work. And I'm like, oh, cool, what do you do here? And they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm a visiting professor at MIT. So I'm like, what the why are you watching my content, Dr. Stephen Hawking? You are a genius. And I guess, I mean, what it comes down to is that if you're that smart, you need to find a way to introduce artificial idiocy into your life. So I'm happy to be that outlet for you. What do you do? Oh, I'm the commander of the International Space Station. Wow. I'm not worthy. We should have put down, I guess it doesn't really matter if we put anything down there. Anyway, long story short, most of you are wonderful people. A couple of you can suck on my broken nutsack, but most, even those of you who are making the troll, you know, the troll face comments, I recognize that when you say, oh my god, this guy's an idiot, it's because you've watched so much of my content that you are just like, I can't believe I've just witnessed this guy make the 500th mistake the same way he's done it before, and I've reached my breaking point. I understand that. It's if they go, hey, you bald jerk, why don't you go suck an egg? I hate Canada. Then I'm like, well, that guy is just mean, and I pay you no mind. But if they're like, you know, how does NL put on his shoes in the morning? I've watched 300 episodes of his and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? That's a compliment. You watch like 150 hours of me talking to myself. I'm not going to be mad at you for issuing like one piece of criticism. That's amazing. I'm thrilled. That's incredible. That being said, you better subscribe to me on Twitch or you are stealing from me. That's a joke. Or is it? Explosive diarrhea. Dude, broken stopwatch, low-key a choice for like actual worst item in the game. It's not, but it's like, what if I'm Excited wasn't a pill, but instead was a medical device that you had surgically implanted into your body that could release I'm Excited pills whenever it wanted to? Yeah, thanks a lot for that. And I think like now that the stopwatch effect only happens after you get hit, it actually has way less potential to be good for you than it even used to. By the way, 5 rate of fire, totally fine. 3.63 damage this late in the game. Feeling the burn a little bit, if I can be so blunt with you. Oh, I don't know about this though, technology. Technology is piercing shots. And with a high rate of fire, you know, any tear effect is like amplified with it. So we don't really have tear effects that I'm particularly excited about right now, but we may in the future. Like that is a great indicator of what we can accomplish with technology if things go very right. So I am happy. No, let's go. I know, Ruka. It's almost dinner time. You've almost made it, buddy. It's 4:34 p.m. 86 more minutes. You can eat for 45 seconds and then sleep for 16 hours. I'm not ragging on you, buddy, even though you are a ragdoll. Cutie little kitty. When he poops, the litter box gets shitty. Ragdoll. Who's my little ragdoll? It's Ruka, buddy. Ragdoll. I'm not ragging on that lifestyle is what I was about to say there before I got distracted by Steven Tyler's descent into madness. That's a lifestyle I wouldn't mind living. That's retirement, right? When are we gonna go get dinner? You just keep pushing it back until it's like 4 p.m. You're getting the early bird special. Then you go sleep, and then as soon as you wake up, you're like, can't wait to get dinner tonight. Prime rib special. Prime rib, eating it at Lucy's. That's a casual dining chain in Kamloops. Ragdoll. Steven Tyler, like, he gets a lot of credit for having a funny sounding voice, right? You might say, like, when does he have a funny sounding voice? Well, as Austin has pointed out many times on the NLSS, in Ragdoll, Steven Tyler goes, come on up and see me. That's a funny voice. As I've pointed out on the show many times. No deal, huh? I really don't like at the start of Janie's Got a Gun where he goes, I don't know how he does it. It's like some kind of otherworldly chant. I don't know if this is going to do much for us. But then I was listening to Walk This Way. Because it was on the radio. And I was like, he's funny in this. He sounds funny in this song, too. He doesn't sound... Wait, no, he does sound funny in, like, every song. Because he goes, loving an elevator, living it up when I'm going down. But then he goes, in the air, in the air, in the air. And then they go into, like, this choral hymn. Find me a song where Steven Tyler doesn't have a funny sounding voice. I'm not trying to say it's not a good voice. Like, he's a good singer, dude. Have you heard me sing? I'm very aware of the fact. Let me put it this way. If you ever see me auditioning for Canadian Idol, and it is a real show, it's not any more ridiculous than American Idol. You stole it from England anyway. Get off your fucking high horse. Anyway, if you ever see me auditioning on Canadian Idol, I have been put up to it by somebody. Somebody has said, you should do this as a joke, and I have obliged them for whatever reason. I am aware of my limitations. But even in Train Kept Rolling, on Train, man, dame. He's got kind of a funny voice in every song. In Dream On, he goes, Dream On! That's like the funniest the funny voice can get, dude. All I'm saying is that Bono deserves your respect. Steven Tyler gets crapped on. Wait, no, the opposite. Bono deserves your respect, but he gets crapped on. Steven Tyler's getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of freaking Fame here. The Hollywood Walk of Flock of Flame here. So what character? We're Eden. What happens if we reroll? I don't know. We lose a random item in the process as well. Who are we now? Azazel? This is 100 times better. I know you're going to be like, NL, that's not cool, dude. I wanted you to use the clicker, but I didn't want you to be Azazel. Well, you win some, you lose some. You dim some, you fucking lose some, buddy. I'm actually thrilled to be Azazel. And, by the way, basically fudge you. I apologize for the language. But fudge you if you're saying, you know, using the clicker and becoming Azazel is not fair. The clicker is a garbage item that has, like, 3 good payouts. To hit one of those payouts is miraculous. It's the whole reason the item exists beyond being simply a joke. So yes, I am going to use the clicker to become Azazel. That's the end game. That's our goal in this life, in this world. Okay, the luck upgrades. 4.13 luck. Very sensible amount of luck. Not random at all. It's totally normal. Maybe we want the Spirit Heart for the future? We're not going to be able to fight the boss. Well, of course we're going to be able to fight the boss. We're not going to be able to do boss rush, is what I mean to say. And dude, our damage is still, like, not that good. But we're at least Azazel here. This is, like, it's very similar to a daily I had recently that if it hasn't gone up yet, will go up, like, tomorrow or the day after. But, like, sincerely, dude. This is, like... On that daily, we had 3.5 damage on the chest, but we had Mom's Knife, so it was, like, functional. You might say, well, it's better than functional. It was very barely better than functional. Holy Light, that's not bad. Although it might be with Azazel. We also get no Polaroid or negative. Now that, I gotta say, I'm not sure I'm thrilled with that decision. But I guess that means that... Well, how the hell are we gonna fight Mega Satan without the Polaroid or the negative? Well, I guess we're about to find out. I don't really wish to do that room, to be honest with you. Even though they were slow. So I guess Broken Stopwatch does work as the stopwatch. You don't need to get hit. But I've glossed over it on some of these rooms. Because when something bad happens to you, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody. When something good happens to you, you're just like, yeah, I deserve that. It's human nature, man. So we skipped the annoying room. I'm gonna make up for it here by finishing this floor in about 15 seconds. There is a curse room. We haven't gotten a guppy item, though. By the way, did you notice? We do have this sweet, like, technology border around our brimstone laser. It's like my favorite visual synergy because I'm 195 years old. We get, like, a nice little technology ring around our brimstone laser. By the way, Skolex versus the stopwatch actually sucks for the stopwatch. I mean, you still kick his ass, but it's just annoying. You get, like, so little time to actually deal damage. Now, mind you, he basically cannot hit you, but still. Little tiresome. 2 damage up. It's actually really good damage upgrade from Jesus Juice, so. Extremely pro. Oh, the flies saved me. I got a little too aggro on that dodge and got lucky that it worked out. Similarly, if you see me at PAX, feel free to rap, you know, one of Ice Cube's verses. I mean, time is sometimes a little precious at PAX, so maybe don't rap an entire verse, but, you know, give me a hook or something like that. I'll be the hype man for Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. It does not bother me. No deal with the devil. I guess we're just gonna go up to the cathedral, because I don't know how we're gonna fight Mega Satan if we go to Void. That seems like it would be a bad idea. Now, here's where I'm having a slight concern. Now, I trust the mod maker. I mean that in all sincerity, I do. However, the chest will not open up for us. So I don't know how we're supposed to fight Mega Satan. If the chest doesn't open up for us. But maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe it'll just appear to us in a dream. Oh, geez, careful. We've sort of done it. Okay, that would be a sick rune if it's like Algiz, Perthro, Yera, Awaz. Who invited Awaz? Oh, sorry guys, you know, he's my brother, you know, I can't just exclude him. Well, I mean, you know what? That's very nice of you. I'm sorry that I was so rude to you, Awaz. Come and have some birthday cake, okay? You thought I was gonna be a jerk, but no, Awaz, thanks for showing up, dude. You might be a little bit of a stick in the mud, but that doesn't mean I can't show you, you know, some appreciation for being a human being. We all need somebody to skeet on me when you're not strong. Excuse me. Dog, I gotta stop you right there. Cause we're sending you to Hollywood. I don't know where you go in Canadian Idol. They've gotta send you to Toronto, right? Like you're going to Toronto. Now that sounds ridiculous. Toronto, a lovely city, don't get me wrong. Probably my second favorite Canadian city. Look, I love Vancouver. I'm not trying to start like a Vancouver v Toronto thing. It does exist, excuse me. But Vancouver is my city. It fits me. But Toronto is lovely as well. I didn't get hit there. I would definitely sing Kiss from a Rose if I auditioned, though. There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains. I can only sing the song until we get to that note, and then I'm out of commission for like 6 hours. But did you know that when it snows? I still don't know what the song's about, but baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. Ooh. The more I get of you, the stranger it feels. Now, if you see me at PAX, do not go, there used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. I wouldn't necessarily say the utmost confidence in myself, but I have a little bit of social ignorance. Okay, they are going to give me access here. I have a little bit of social ignorance, which is to say that, you know, I don't mind making a fool of myself in public. It's kind of my job, but don't make me sing Kiss from a Rose on the show floor. People might hear me, and they didn't pay for that privilege, so. Oh, that's bad damage. Why am I doing more rooms? Well, I want a key, basically. And we got it. We also got triple shot, which is probably actually bad, but I'll take it anyway. And then we have the cancer item, I just realized. So we're actually, like, very, very well equipped to take out Mega Satan. By the way, I can't say Mega Satan anymore because there's a player on the Vancouver Canucks named Jason Magna. And I just keep picturing, like, his face over Mega Satan's face. So, like, if you want to make a Photoshop that tickles me pink, you could make Jason Magna Satan. I'll retweet it. Nobody's gonna get it. Like, with like 2% of the population. Well, probably less, actually, will get it. Because Jason Magna, you've probably not heard of him. He's pretty underground. He plays in the National Hockey League. We're doing a ton of damage here, actually. Why did you spawn? I was gonna say, we're supposed to fight this guy first. That's weird that you spawned. Anyway, we're probably only gonna do one run with this mod. And that's not because it's bad. Rather, it's because what you see is what you get. And I think that in actuality, this mod is so good that it has the possibility to make it into, like, the non-mod spotlight videos, because it's just such a positive, like, quality of life improvement. And you have to be like, you have to have a big boner for Isaac to even care about this stuff, but, like, it's actually exciting to me that this could, like, lead to a little bit of a rejuvenation in, like, doing long streaks. You know, the fact that sometimes you're gonna have a good roll on an Eden start, sometimes you're gonna have a bad roll, sometimes you're gonna have a bad roll that goes to Delirium. You know, surmounting that challenge is indicative of a great run, and I think it would make for dynamic entertainment. So, kudos to you, mod maker. A simple idea. I don't know how much work went into it, but that's irrelevant, because you got an elegant idea that has turned out excellently within the context of this game. So go check this mod out. I really, really like it. I think it improves the base game, and I think it fits in seamlessly over top of the original game, with the exception of not allowing you to do achievements, which we still have a few in the pipeline, so we got to do those first. But for now, thanks for watching. Check it out on the Steam Workshop, linked in the video description below. For now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.